Hey y'all, what's up? I am Rosie, and I wanted to talk about the New Edition story. January 24th through 26th was highly anticipated by me ever since I heard that the movie was coming out, which I think was summer 2016. And from that day forward, I had been looking for the movie to be released. It finally came out and I was blown away. It was so good. I will admit to having gone back and forth in my mind about whether or not I wanted to watch it, but I am so glad that I did. I am not the person to usually watch biopics. I didn't watch the TLC one, even though I love TLC. I didn't watch the one about Alia, and I say Alia because that is how she pronounced her name, not Aaliyah. I didn't watch the one about Whitney Houston. I just don't watch biopics. It's just not me. But I did watch the New Edition one and I loved it. If you guys have not seen it, I suggest that the next time you catch it on BET, you should sit down and watch it. It is so worth it. I grew up listening to New Edition. I loved them all. I loved them. I just loved them. Ralph, Ricky, Bobby, Ronnie, Mike, and ultimately Johnny. I just loved them all. And when they all went off to do their own thing, I completely supported them. I was kind of surprised. The first one I think I noticed was Belle Biv DeVoe, probably. And I just, their music style of the hip hop smooth out on the R&B tip with a pop feel, appeal to it. I just, oh God, I love that so much. Bobby Brown, I loved his album. It was so good. It was so good. Tenderoni, My Prerogative. Even when he went ahead and did the soundtrack to Ghostbusters 2, I mean, he was just the ultimate artist. I won't say he was the king of R&B, but he definitely is the ultimate artist. Ralph Tresvant, oh man, I recently listened to some of his stuff on YouTube and just brought back great memories. He did a real good job. Of course, Johnny Gill. I am not crazy about listening to Johnny Gill, especially when he sings live. He just does too much. He does too much. I can't get into him, but he's a great singer nonetheless. And I already brought up BBD. They just did a hell of a job. And when they all got together during the 1990 MTV Video Music Awards, I remember I watched it and I was excited. I had to try not to scream because my parents were like in the next room. But it was so exciting for me because I grew up on New Edition. My mom used to listen to them and she would sing Is This the End? And I would get to sing Ricky's parts. I mean, she's a young lady and she's like 21, 22 at that time, and I'm a 5 or 6 year old girl maybe, and or 6 or 7. I have to get my ages straight. But anyway, and I'm singing Ricky's parts, but that was just how it went, and it was a lot of fun. So I've known Is This the End all my life. And of course there's Candy Girl. I love Candy Girl. I think it's such a cute song. And when they came out in 1988 with Heartbreak, oh my gosh, I was so pleasantly surprised. Even though Bobby was not on that album, I was just pleasantly surprised at how good it was. I had fun watching the video. If It Isn't Love is one of my favorite songs by them. And definitely my favorite video, Ralph without a shirt on. Oh God. Oh my God. But it is a fun song to listen to. And going back through all those memories, watching the movie, it just made me feel like I was back in that era again, actually. And what you should know, if you don't know already, there are two people who were mentioned or portrayed in the movie, and they weren't too happy about their portrayals. One was Stacy Lattisaw. She wasn't happy, or her brother wasn't happy that that Johnny Gill was supposedly saying that her mother didn't want them together because his skin was too dark. Well, I don't know if that's true or not. I remember him saying that her mom didn't think he was good for her career. I may have to watch the movie again to make sure, because I don't really remember, but I just heard that the skin color thing was alluded to. And then there's the issue of Curtis Blow. Curtis Blow, he's a rapper from the late 70s, early 80s. And New Edition were fans of his, and they felt rejected by him when they wanted to meet him. Now, he said something like, when he saw them dressed up, he said, "What are y'all, the Nation of Islam?" or something like that. And he said that he would never disrespect the Nation of Islam like that. I can understand that. But as far as him disrespecting them in any capacity goes, these are guys who are in their late 40s and early 50s. I don't think they're going to just put something randomly in a movie just to make themselves look good or gain sympathy. Now, I'm pretty sure maybe he didn't say, "What are y'all, the Nation of Islam?" I don't know. And in their defense, they don't know what he said or talked about before they got back there to meet him. But I don't think they're going to say that Curtis Blow disrespected them when he didn't. I just don't see it. But I mean, what do I know, right? So all of that being said, I loved the movie. I watched it all 3 nights that it premiered, and then I watched it the following Sunday until I fell asleep during the last 20 or so minutes, and then I caught the last few minutes the next night, Monday night, when they played it again. When BET decides to air it again, and I know that they will, if you haven't watched it yet, watch it. If you have watched it, watch it again. It's a great 6-hour ride, and the fact that all 6 members of New Edition had something to do with it makes it even better. The actors can actually sing, and if you don't believe me, look up on YouTube. There are lots of videos of them actually singing the songs. So they did an outstanding portrayal of New Edition. They hit it on the head. Ralph, the character who played Ralph, he was shorter than Ralph actually is, but other than that, I mean, they did great jobs. And the guys were actually there to coach the actors on how to portray them. So it's just a wonderful ride and a wonderful experience, and I think you'd enjoy it, especially if you are a New Edition fan, as I am. And with that being said, guys, I'm gonna go. I've rambled on long enough, and I hope to see you guys on the next upload. Love you lots. Bye.